Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're approaching the end of a Friday here. I got about, a quarter till 6 p.m. on Friday the 2nd. It's been so busy, I don't even know what day of the month it is. Um, so anyway, as I wrap things up here, I'm getting ready to shut about 13 switches off and head home for the day. A couple of things I would like to talk about, and also, feel pretty good about the repair world. So, um, I know I've seen a lot of people that are negative about it and like, can you really make money doing that, or shouldn't you just go get a job working for some rich asshole? And heck no, I'm not going to get a job. I'm going to keep doing this. I love what I'm doing. I've had a day full of success. Now, Apple's changes with touch ICs and them kind of raping people and allowing them to come and pay for their mistakes it has really slowed things down here a lot. All week long, we've gotten, let's see, 1 and 2 touch IC jobs per day. Now, still getting a lot of other jobs, but touch ICs slowed down to 1 or 2 a day, and that is up from like 3 to 10, 4 to 10. One day we had a couple of times we had between 10 and 15. I know we had 2 days in a row where it was like, oh my gosh, we got 24 of these just in the last 2 days. So I am really glad to see the slowdown. Today I've had the opportunity, and I don't know if you can see what's in front of me here. Let's turn off the microscope light. You might be able to see it then. I mean, I have had the opportunity to go back through some of our problem child cases, and then there's been a handful of people that are just like really glad to hear from me finally. Gosh, they've been waiting forever. So if you're somebody that's still waiting on me, I'm really sorry. I've got this whittled down pretty far, though. I'm not sure how many devices have been here. Anyways, let's not go into that. Let's not get into the backed up devices. So I just wanted to take a minute and talk here before I leave for the weekend. I've got a lot of work to do at home. But one of these last iPhone 6 Pluses that I was working on, it's one that sort of got stuck here for a bit. And this is one that I did touch ICs on. It went out for a while. This gentleman is super nice. I mean, seriously, at a month and a half, he should be demanding a refund. So anyways, he continued on and said, please just fix my phone. This is one that went out. It was out for maybe 3 weeks, and it came back. He said it was locking up on him. So this thing came back, and I couldn't get it to mess up. Phone ran flawlessly. Could not get it to mess up. Anyways, okay. So I went off and left it. I came back the next day, only to find this phone deader than a hammer. I mean, dead. Could not get it to do anything. It's been so long since I'd looked at it. I don't remember what my diagnostic checks were. But anyway, this thing got back burnered. I went back in and checked Mason and checked things that I would normally check after a touch IC job that causes blank screen, and nothing gave. So anyways, this is one that I got to come back to today, and without the static roar of all these touch IC jobs flying in and everybody wanting to know, I know you told me 6 to 10 days, but is it done now? And it's like, dude, don't even have your fucking phone yet. You just shipped it yesterday. It'll be here tomorrow sometime. So without that static, I was able to clear my mind and do some solid troubleshooting on this thing, and fixed it. Now, I don't know why some of the simplest things won't come to you whenever you're totally buried. This thing here, I wound up refloating both backlight ICs and chestnut. Now, it's also possible that something nearby was affected, and that's what actually fixed it, but we'll see. Monday, I'm going to be fully reassembling this device. I'm not going to do it today because I am tired of working on stuff. Let's not get boards mixed up. I always put a tag on, the customer main label has a tag, the phone has a tag, and any component that's going to separate from the main device gets a tag. So here before long, I'm going to have her software. It'll print the main check-in sheet, and then it's going to print a whole pile of other tags. So that's really, I don't really have a point to this video. I just wanted to talk for a minute and talk about repair here. Even with the slowdown on touch ICs, I'm still keeping, I think, right at 33 devices in my active queue. Now, there's more than that in the shop. I've got, I think, 6 or 8 of them in my delayed queue, which, if your phone's in the delayed queue, I'm really sorry. If you want me just to send it back, I will. Otherwise, just as what's happened with my immediate queue here, whenever the bulk of this repair slowed down, I instantly shifted gears and I went back and working on the stuff that got held up because of the massive amounts of touch IC jobs coming in. So, yeah, awesome day, awesome week, a little bit of a hectic week. I mean, when you go from getting this many of one type of jobs to this many overnight, it's a little bit scary, but at the same time, I mean, one or two a day here and there, and then today I go check the mail and bam, a whole stack of jobs, and I don't think hardly any of them are touch ICs. So I'm actually thankful for that. I get to use my brain again. I get to start problem solving. You know, when I get to a point on one of these and it's like I realize there's a problem with the 5.7 volt line, I realize this or that, and I can just get to the point of solving it, and the phone rings, and it's somebody that's wanting to know about their touch IC failure. So I talk to them for a minute, and just before I hang up, another line's ringing. We can hold on the channels that I have set up here with our 2 phone numbers. We can hold, let's see, 6. I think 6 inbound calls at a time, unless you count. I also got a number registered in New York. I got other phone numbers that aren't published. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 phone numbers that ring this shop. So if you counted all of those, I got 3 channels apiece. I mean, it's too many phone calls for me, for my wife and I. So anyway, just about get done hanging up with that one, and it's somebody that shipped their phone 2 days ago. I know you told me 3 to 7 days, but is it done now? Any way you can rush it? Can I pay you to rush it? And it's all the same story. And so by the time I get off of that call and take another one and 3 people and come back to this phone that had some tricky problem that I know I can solve, I've already lost my train of thought. And oh fuck, I gotta make money. And so that one has to get moved off to the side and bam, right into the bulk of the jobs and get as many of them out as I can. And so I'm not missing that. I'm not missing touch ICs and being so busy I don't know my ass from the hole in the ground, because I like to solve problems. I like to take people that have sent devices here and solve their problems. I've got I might do a video where I sit down and blast out job IDs and talk to each one of you individually. There's not that many that have been here more than my scheduled time frame, but there are some. And every time I see somebody leaving a 5-star review saying that communication's excellent and right on time, and it's like, I feel like going and leaving myself a 1-star review and telling the truth. I have a small handful of people who have had devices here longer than my guaranteed time frame. And you know, not every one of them is going to be routine. Some of them are a real pain in the ass, and they get stuck. So I do my best to keep that kind of stuff from happening. I'm going to pause this video. Hey, kiddo. What's up?
Hey, are you at the shop?
Yeah.
Could you maybe bring me a charger?
For your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring you a charger.
I'm busy playing Space Agency. I was making... Yeah, I'm going to pull up. I was making some crazy progress. I was making a space station. I just hooked up a station refuel silo. Now I have lots of fuel, and I'm not going to run out when I try to pull it out of orbit.
Cool. Hey, you see that camera?
Yeah?
That's the YouTube audience.
Right now?
Yeah, I'm recording a YouTube video.
Hello.
Yay! Although I can't... There you go. He'll have 2 front teeth here pretty soon, guys. Christmas is coming soon.
Yay!
Yes, Jordan Gamer.
Yep.
Alright, I love you, kiddo. We'll see you soon. I'll bring you some stuff.
Okay.
Bye. Alright, there's my 7-year-old, soon to be 8-year-old. So, let's see. I answered the phone. I lost my train of thought. So, yeah. Out with a whole shit ton of routine stuff, which, you know, once in a while it kind of sucks to have to use your brain to make money. Sometimes it is nice to sit down and just do a bunch of zombie work and rack up $500 or $800, but, or, let's not go into that. Anyways, so, no real topic to this video other than me feeling good about life, feeling good about work, and decided to sit down and shoot the shit about it. I've had most things going right. I've had a couple of people that were hard to deal with, replace connectors with a stereo microscope. You all know how I nitpick, yet some of these people somehow, when they get their device back and try to use it, all of a sudden I did a bad job installing the connector and it has missing pins. So All right, guys. I hope you all have a good weekend. There's probably a bunch of other shit that I wanted to talk about. I mean, for crying out loud, how many phones are on my workbench right now? And I normally try to get this all cleared off before the end of the day, but I'm in the middle of something on each and every one of these devices, this one's taking up a little too much room. So if you count the individuals, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 individual devices, and then I've got a small stack going over here that's all from one client. Sorry, it's beyond our given time frame, but dude, you sent 8. You sent 8 of them. You didn't send 1, you sent 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 phones on the workbench, 33 in queue, 8 or so on the delayed shelf. It's a pretty good flow of business. It's really hard to keep shit from getting stuck here, especially whenever it's sent for one thing and it turns out being another. Water damage data recovery, that's one that can take a really long time. I think I'm just going to take, when someone sends in water damage data recovery, my given time frame is going to be up to 1 month or up to 2 months. Something that's just outrageously out there, because I like to give people good surprises. Good surprises where they're like, dude, it's done already? You told me a month. That was 3 days ago. So that's the kind of good surprises. I really don't care for telling someone 3 to 7 days or 6 to 10 days and then it being longer. But, you know, if it's a routine job, then I can lay a finger on exactly how long it's going to take. If it's some unknown missing power rail or some 3-volt line or some crap shorted to ground, it's going to take some time to find it. So, it's really, really difficult in this business to give repair estimates as far as time frames go. It's an absolute fucking nightmare sometimes. So I will continue to do my very best on my given time frame, people, but if I'm beyond the time frame that I gave you, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry, but I promise you I'm just like not intentionally neglecting yours. I'm just really trying to keep business moving and trying to keep as many people happy and getting what they want as I can. And sometimes that's really difficult. It's hard to decide who to do first, and I do my best to do them in the order that they came in, but that's not always possible because you'll have one customer that sends 15 of them. That's something else that I should talk about in this video. Let's go ahead and add 10 more minutes on here. I got 10 minutes. Let me check my batteries. SD card's got about 16 minutes left on it. So, no fix, no fee. I don't know if I've covered this in another video. There's been a couple of videos that I've done and decided not to upload because I didn't want to tick off customers, which I know I really shouldn't care, but I am in business and I am in this to make money. And if I piss off too many customers, I'm not going to make any money. So I have to be real careful about what I say. No fix, no fee. There has been a small handful of no fix, no fee abusers. They may not realize they are what I call a no fix, no fee abuser. A lot of really nice people, they're really just genuinely trying to get stuff fixed, so a lot of them don't realize that they're doing it. But when it comes to no fix, no fee and fully assembled devices, you can spend a lot of time troubleshooting it to decide whether or not you're going to fix it. So you bump into these situations where, and it's mostly repair shops, they will have 1 or 2 devices that they want to get repaired. So since we have a no fix, no fee business model, they start looking around the shop looking for all the garbage and looking for anything else that could get fixed. See, there's not any gamble on their part. If they want to send me 15 phones or 2 phones, they're not taking any risk whatsoever. So if I have to spend 10 hours figuring out what's wrong with 14 phones before I fix the one good one that that initially sparked their interest, it's not very good for me. And a lot of times what's happening is it's holding up the rest of your pool. Because for most shops, you want to save money on shipping. So if you send me 8 phones, I'm typically going to wait until they're all done before I send an invoice for all the phones combined with one return shipping rate. Now, the one that I keep talking about with 8 phones, this is a pretty cool dude. I mean, he called me and he understands what I'm going through. He's like, hey, don't let those other phones hold up the line. He's like, if you get something fixed, just let me know. And really good guy to work with. So just in case you're watching this video, I keep saying 8 phones. You're going to know you sent me 8 phones. I'm not specifically talking about you. We're good. But there are a lot of you that have sent a pile of phones, and then every day after day 2, you call, what's going on with these phones? What's going on with these phones? My customer, this and that. And then Then you give your customer my phone number, and then they're calling me. What's going on with my phone? So and so said that it was there, and it's like, are you serious? So, two things here. No fix, no fee really sucks whenever a customer sends a whole bunch of garbage. So I've been having to pull out my no fix card really, really quick. And some of you, I've felt really, really bad. I had one shop where I had to no fix the whole entire box full of boards, and it's stuff that I may have been able to fix, but and at that time I had 65 in queue, and a couple of weeks ago I had 90 phones in queue. 90. So whenever you're sending me a box full of stuff and you know 3/4 of it's garbage, you know that I'm really limited with how much time that I can spend on it. Yeah, some of it might be fixable, but if my odds are low, I'm not going to try because I have to move. I got to go. I got to move on and keep working. So when it comes to no fix, no fee, I think we're going to have to change that model. Something to impose, and I may even be able to keep no fix, no fee, but I'm thinking I might have to impose a fee on each device after X amount of devices. So let's say the first 2 devices are under the no fix, no fee model, but if you send more than that, I'm going to have to put in a fee. Or I might just do a fee no matter what, a flat rate. But I want to stay away from that because you all in this business, you understand that the price of this stuff is coming down a lot, and you got a device that's valued here, a part cost here, and you're trying to make money off of what's in between. And if you start making people feel like they're going to lose their ass if you don't fix it, you're not going to get them to send it to you. So no fix, no fee is really important for the general public, but I've got some repair shops abusing it. So there's a no fix, no fee rant. What's another rant that I plan on going on here? It's very similar. What was it? I really should start writing this shit down so I don't look like a fool in front of the camera. Let's see, it was no fix, no fee. That was just god-awful whenever people send all these piles and piles and piles of garbage. I know 30 seconds after I finish this video, I'm going to remember what the other one was. Oh, dishonesty, man. When devices are sent here for one thing, but it really winds up being another. Some of you aren't intentionally dishonest, but many of you are. It's all too common, and it's part of human nature to try to get something for less. And people will just constantly call and say, what do you charge to fix this? You give them a price? Cool, everything's great. You get it here, you spend all the time, you do the tear down, and let's say it's an iPhone 6 with Touch IC failure, which is fairly rare, but it still happens a lot. iPhone 6 with Touch IC failure, a very common issue on the iPhone 6 for Touch IC failure is water damage, and man, I have it happen a lot. Everything on my phone works, the touchscreen just don't work. How much do you charge to fix the touchscreen? So I give them a price for Touch IC failure, and I get the thing all the way apart and all the way tore down before I realize that it's water damage, because some of them are really hard to tell. It's like the water magically runs in through a gap at the top right corner, around and directly on and around the Mason IC. It's like, how the fuck did it get there without tripping the water damage indicator? So I don't know if some of these people have swapped water damage indicators. Most likely not. But nevertheless, they call and get a price for one thing, take it apart, it winds up being something completely different. The worst, the absolute worst, has been physically damaged iPhone 6 Pluses. Whether it's long screw damage, whether it's connectors, LCD, whether it's the front flex connector. If somebody calls and has damage to an iPhone 6 Plus, it's almost always Touch IC failure. If it's a smashed connector, it's almost always backlight failure plus Touch IC failure. So it's really difficult in this business to give people proper estimates. I can really understand why Rossman and some other people have just like, fuck this, flat rate. This is the price. I don't care what I do to it. This is the price. I can totally understand that. And maybe one day I can get away with that too, but as it is right now, I still try to go pretty easy on people. But this thing where you dig into it for one thing and it winds up being another, it's just awful. And under the no fix, no fee model, it really sucks ass, especially if it's somebody that sent 3 devices, all have other problems that are disastrous, like real showstoppers, where you're just like, here, no fix, or my favorite one, not my favorite one, but the one that really gets me is when somebody registers for touch IC failure and they get a price for touch IC failure and the phone gets here, and in the box, whenever Angie does the check-in process before it comes back to me, in the box is a note that says, Jason. A lot of them say something about, I really enjoy your YouTube videos, and man, you guys are some really nice people, but this one sucks. Jason, I really enjoy your videos. Thank you for taking the time to work on my device. I sure hope you can fix my touch IC problem. Oh, while you're at it, I've also been having problems with getting service. My phone is constantly saying searching and no service. While you're at it, can you also fix the antenna? It's like, no, oh, no, oh, no, I can't. You said touch IC failure. So the video I got, I did a video because it's like, this was happening like 2 or 3 a day. So I did a video on it that's like, whatever, what was it? No signal disease, lost in the sauce of touch IC failure. That video is like my #1 video for dislikes. It has like, I don't know, 1/3 of a like or dislike on that video are dislikes. And I can see why, because everybody that sees that video, they think they're going to go there and find a solution for no service. And I feel bad because they go to my video hoping I'm going to show them how to fix it. And instead, I'm telling them to keep it away from me. So, I don't know, maybe with the big slowdown with touch ICs and stuff, I'll have time to dig into that a little farther. But it's a pretty complex mess. They're not all going to be the same. Some of them might be broken antenna connections. Some of them might be over here or there. I don't think that issue is going to be the same spot every time, much like touch IC failure. So, yes, yeah, honesty and no fix, no fee. Those are a couple more things that were heavy on my mind this evening. But, other than a little bit of negativity here or there, I am overall positive about this business. I really, really love what I'm doing. I like being able to show you all. I'm trying really hard to bump up the quality of a lot of this stuff, and as time allows, I'll be posting a lot more videos than I had in the past, because without 3/4 of my jobs being touch IC failure, I feel like I actually have something to talk about. I have something to show the world other than just, replace the chips, and this is how I'm doing the pads, and this is how I'm doing that, and same damn thing over and over and over all day long. So I'm pretty tired. It's about 10 after 6. I am excited and I'm hungry. My wife is actually on her way taking our oldest son to a sleepover with his friend. Our middle child is going to be staying the night with grandma, and tonight, wife and I, along with our 7-month-old baby, we're going to go out and eat a steak somewhere, medium rare. So, I just remembered Lewis is a vegetarian. I hope he don't click dislike on this video because I'm talking about eating bloody meat. But, dude, there are some days where I'm craving steak. And, my wife always makes me eat turkey burger and turkey bacon instead of bacon. And by the end of the week, I need a slab of meat. So, I mean, look at me. I weigh 140 pounds now that I quit smoking cigarettes. I need some nutrients. So, I'm going to cut this video short. That SD card's almost full. Hard drive on this laptop's almost full, and if either one of those quits, you're not going to be able to see me. If that one quits, you're not going to be able to hear me. So that's it for this video, guys. Have a good weekend. I hope you all have successful repairs, and thanks for watching this channel. A lot more coming. If you're not a subscriber yet, I encourage you to subscribe. I'm going to keep trying to really boost the content on this channel to something that's actually helpful. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good weekend.